This park is really nice. It's like northeast of downtown St. Louis, and then it has their own security. They're open 24/7. It's $45 a night, so it's a little expensive. Yesterday I went to the Gateway Arch in St. Louis. And I went up to the top. The building was actually swaying quite a bit, and to the point where some people were saying they were starting to feel like nauseous.
Trail car number 4. Trail car number 3. Trail car number 2. We can have everyone to stand to their left. That would be amazing because people will be exiting. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're only up there for like 10 minutes, and then you come back down. The whole thing takes, having to stand and wait in line, and then get up to the top, and then come down. It's like an hour, and you're only up there for 10 minutes. But it was probably worth it to be able to say I did that, and it was interesting. This must be her district. St. Louis was interesting. I drove around a little bit, and I like seeing areas that are a little more run down. It was still beautiful. Those homes, those like row home things are so beautiful. Those old architectural buildings, It's so cool. So today is Saturday. I leave tomorrow from St. Louis. The wind has been blowing really hard. It's about, what are we at now, 23 miles an hour? And then it has wind gusts of even faster. I did notice, some of the RV parks, as you get farther out here, there's a lot more poverty even within the RV park. There are rigs that were never meant to be lived in, and people are living in them. And some RV parks allow it, some, like this one, in the rules it says no tarps over any part of, your vehicle, no staying in box trucks, it has to be like a commercially created RV. Also, I'm in Tornado Alley is one of the other things that I'm thinking about, and I don't know, I have to learn, I don't think tornadoes are common this time of year. And they were actually talking about, potential tornado warning for Texas. I'm still quite a ways from Texas. It rained, I guess, an inch and a half in the last 24 hours, an inch. I think it was 1.3 inches. It was hitting it was like sideways rain. I could hear it hitting the side of the motorhome. I wanted to replace my batteries. I need to get new house batteries, and I don't know, I was thinking about going to the Shawnee National Forest, but I think the weather's going to turn on me in the next week and get down to freezing, so I want to ensure that I will get up and visit one of my friends. But listen to the wind. The wind is like pushing me. It's like shaking. Leaving St. Louis on Interstate 70. It's kind of nice to leave on a Sunday. traffic. Everybody's driving 20 over the speed limit. Alright, I'm heading to Jasper, Indiana. I think I'm in Illinois right now. I think when I left St. Louis, I was in Missouri. And once I crossed the river, that I was in Illinois, I believe. And then at some point, we'll cross Illinois, get into Kentucky, and then go into... So right now we're headed towards Louisville, and then we'll head north into Indiana, I believe. Alright, we're headed towards Jasper, Indiana. Got off the freeway. And looks like a very pretty area. Trees and rolling hills and motorcycle gangs. I am aboard Nova, which is the Winnebago Journey, with my pilot here, Kyle Root, who is we're underway to navigate towards our National Forest destination. Where are we going?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Oh, okay.
Well, first we're going to go hiking at the ancient forest in Hoosier National Park.
I like how a lot of the buildings are brick.
Yeah, I love that there's a lot of neat kind of old grain silos and kind of dilapidated barns, but yeah, some of the houses are really beautiful with the brick. See, like this, I love that. Like, look at that old truck inside that old barn. Like, I just love stuff like that. Alright, so we have entered into French Lick, and there is a historic resort here, both the French Lick Resort and West Baden Springs Resort with the giant dome, which was at one point dubbed the 8th wonder of the world. About a mile and a half from our destination. We're going to take a quick peek inside of these really beautiful historic buildings. It's kind of a small town, but I was telling Kyle that this was a huge place for Chicago mob and gangsters and stuff like that would come over here during like that era, and a lot of famous people would kind of come here as a refuge, and they have these spring waters that had like a certain level of sulfur in it, and people people would use that as like a what would you call it, like to clear themselves out, we'll say, and to for digestion, and it was kind of like considered this kind of tonic water, and it was kind of famous. They bottle it.
Have you been here before?
Yeah. Yeah, someone took me here and showed me around. So this is the yellow building. That one's the French Lick Resort. So yeah.
Proceed to the route.
Let's park right there. I don't know how I'll get in there though.
Proceed to the route.
No, this wasn't the best street to go down. These guys pretty much block the whole parking lot. So go down.
So there might be a space at an actual resort, but the parking lot's pretty big. Might want to try that.
Yeah, see, I could do that, but I just worry because people park around you after you leave and then you get stuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need like street parking or something. That looks like maybe over here.
Okay.
Like where that, yeah, like there's a huge parking lot there. Where's the entrance to that parking lot? That parking lot's empty. The one I tried to get in was full of it.
West Main Street.
Yeah, this huge parking lot will be perfect. They let you park in there. I don't see anything that says you can't, do you?
No,
No semis. Okay.
this isn't technically a semi. So I was telling Kyle here, Larry Bird is from French Lick. He's one of the famous people born here. Grew up here. And this building up here, you can kind of see these vats. I think it's called the Pluto. You can see it later. It says Pluto Corp or something like that. That's where they used to bottle their like operation for that spring water. So here's that Pluto Corporation.
Yeah. And then you want to go.
I got the Christmas tree up.
Yeah, it's a lot like the Davenport. Crazy. Is this the way to like the dome?
This is the casino.
When you're unemployed, you have to gamble. I think I just blew my whole 10 bucks.
Is that it? It says you got, well, credit 0. Game over, insert credit. Wow, that was quick.
Bet 10.
it's on right now, but it's usually kind of lit up with these kind of lights there and there on the balcony.
Huh. The cruise ship, I liked, my favorite room was the cigar room because it had the leather chairs, like the, what do you call them, like the top back chairs.
Oh, tufted, yeah.
I still think the damage for it is cooler. Just
That's what I was telling my friends, like you.
bad on there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Carlsbad they're referring to. It's pretty area though.
Yep.
Yeah, I always carry, I have like multiple tripods. I have like my...
I'm in the Ferdinand. I'm in the Ferdinand State Forest. There's a lake down there. I don't. So I left Jasper. It's kind of late, 4:30 now. But I left because I woke up to snow today, and it's gonna be even colder tonight.
Stay in the middle lane.
It barely even got above freezing today. Someplace warmer. Looks like Knoxville is gonna be the only place warmer. So we're gonna head to Knoxville. It's like 5 hours from Jasper. The temperature is still gonna be freezing, but it won't be as bad. I don't have a place lined up to stay, so I don't know what that's gonna end up being. I might just have to stay in a rest stop. This is Louisville. Alright, I've had a pretty harrowing last 10 hours. Having to push the car dolly like a quarter of a mile down a road. Last night I had a little incident where I drove down that road and had to turn around up by that house up there. I had to carry this back by hand from all the way up there down the street and there were cars coming, and I was so tired that people were stopping to ask if I was okay. My back is kind of, I'm out of shape, but man, I exerted a lot of energy. That was very hard. And even the motorhome, I had to back it up and there were cars coming, and I just had my emergency lights on. Last night was pretty stressful. I could have, any decision that I made would have been better than the one I made, but for some reason I thought this was the street that had, or that was the street that had the cul-de-sac, but this one that's blocked off, it's the one that has like a turnaround, but it's blocked off. It said no trucks, but I'm not a truck. But then it said not over 10 tons. Well, I'm over 10 tons, so I turned around. And a police officer told me I could park here. Now, I guess the mission this morning is to figure out how to get the car hooked up without blocking traffic, because I'm kind of in traffic. Oh man, what a nightmare. And then this morning I go to hook the car. I didn't have enough room to hook the car up in the spot that I was in without getting out into traffic, and so I pulled the car to the hotel. So the traffic is really thick on the freeway. It's so bad I can't get up the speed before, you know, I'm merging, and there's so much traffic that everyone sees me coming and they have to move over. That's how bad it is. I'm looking at the temperatures and it's looking like I need to keep moving towards the coast, kind of a southeasterly direction, and I just need to keep moving that direction if I want to stay out of the freezing temperatures. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this, but I'm heading towards Raleigh, North Carolina.
How do you say it? Raleigh. Raleigh.
If you look at Plant Hardiness, and so that's the only way I know to understand maybe what it would be like to live here, because I don't know what the winters are like. So I drove from Jasper, Indiana to Knoxville, and as I'm coming into Knoxville, it looked beautiful. Like, I drove through a stretch of beautiful country in the dark, so I couldn't see it. And I'm kind of irritated about that, especially coming down into Knoxville. It's really, there's a lot of mountains and things. Well, more like hills, but I mean, there's just a lot of character to the landscape. But I am glad that I got out of the freezing temperatures and that I am in a position to strike at more moderate temperatures. The rest areas are a 2-hour limit. But I don't think anyone observes that, because last night when I was coming into Knoxville, there was no places to stay at any of the truck stops. Even at the Pilot, you know, they offer showers and people can stay there. They were only back-ins, so, and I missed the turn and ended up having to unhook and the whole debacle, and I'm going to go straight to that. It's Fairgrounds, and it's right off the freeway, so should be pretty easy. I'm gonna sit here, maybe make lunch. I won't be getting in until late tonight, but I guess I called the fairground office, and they said whenever I get in, you know, no matter however late, just call this number and they'll check me in. So I'm getting better at putting them on to where they don't loosen up, or maybe they just needed to be stretched. So on Interstate 81, if we wanted to go through the Appalachian Mountains, kind of head straight towards Asheville and Greensboro, we could have done that. I don't think it's any faster. I think this way is faster. And we would have had to go over a pass. But I think this is kind of like a valley that just kind of cuts through the Appalachian Mountains. I'm in Meadowview. It is cold outside. So cold. So we're leaving the Meadowview Loves. So it was 50 cents more per
In a
gallon.
quarter mile, turn right onto Glenbrook Avenue.
It was 50 cents more per gallon to come here. But I knew that I would be able to get in easily and get out easily. And after what I dealt with last night, I don't want to do anything like that again. Not today. I figure about 35 gallons worth of gas to come here cost me 15 bucks. And the ease in which I was able to get in and out, sometimes that's worth it. But there's a lot of traffic. And the
Turn right
streets,
to merge onto I-81 North.
the streets in these towns are narrow and confusing. Okay, here we go. Let's try to get up to speed. Not go up a hill. Although they have to know trucks come up this, so I would imagine I have a decent. Nope, they didn't give me much of a.
For 56 miles, continue straight.
So I was only able to get to 50. But the guy behind me was able to move over, so there's literally nothing I can do. Eventually over the Appalachians. Well, I think that's what we're doing now. It is very beautiful though. I'm surprised at how beautiful it is. It really does kind of grab you. Hey, we're North Carolina. Let's stop at the, I might have been in North Carolina. Well, I think as soon as I went over that big pass, I was in North Carolina. Yeah, let's take it.
diodes installed on my lights, I think.
So far, this is so much better than Interstate 81. I think we're on 77, and then soon we'll be on 52. But 77 or 81 was just a nightmare. I think it's a major corridor. It goes to like Virginia and all of that. There was just so much traffic. Like this is more peaceful. I don't have 100 cars all around me all the time. I'm over there somewhere. I guess everybody is leaving, or lots of people are leaving because they said that yesterday was the first snap of cold, but you can see the leaves are still on the trees. Where I came from in the Midwest, they were pretty much all gone.
Into Oklahoma and even parts of Texas and getting into Arkansas and of course is Kentucky here, so definitely some cold stuff. I think the coldest air mass of the season will be coming by next weekend. So